Alright, here we are for the fourth or fifth, I actually don't know, and final. And I'm going to go ahead and keep this hand. Playing against Xerox, uh, some form of... Wait, didn't I play him earlier? I don't think I did. Let's see if he's Canadian Thresh. He's Canadian Thresh, but he didn't have an answer for that one. Um, Land? Could you need one? Um, oh yeah, last card. Abrupt Decay is the name of the card, and what it does is basically wins the game. No, it's a 2-drop removal spell, black green, and it's an instant, which is the huge thing. Um, and it's something that most people aren't going to take into consideration and aren't even going to like question or think about or give any type of praise to. I'm going to take his only creature. That's going to cause me more damage than anything, and I'm going to lose my Bayou, which isn't the worst. Um, what it allows for you to do is to... Did he drop Brainstorm? Nope. It's even better for him. Threshold already, eh? Well, let's pop this down. What it does is... it can't be countered by anything. Spell or ability. Game's rules still work on it, so no trying stuff there. I mean, you could try, but you're going to fail miserably. Um, that was a really good top deck for him. So this will work. So what you're allowed to do with it is any permanent converted mana cost 3 or less, non-land permanent, destroy it. That's it. Like, that's all it does, and that's more than enough. There's fire. Like, essentially what you're doing with that card is basically... Yeah, there are enough there. You're basically creating a catch-all, kill-all. You can't hit big Jace, which sucks, and you can't hit bigger and even dumber Jace. Oh, he had one. I didn't think he'd have it. So he's got 2 bolts in hand. Yeah, we're pretty much dead here. Um, there was an argument at one point for waiting to see if he drew another land and just dropping the Bob, but uh, we can try that now. We're still in trouble either way. So you can kill off counterbalances really easily. That's the big thing there. Something that a lot of people are taking into consideration and just kind of mentioning. And you can also just kind of take it. Like, you can kind of just win the game with it randomly. You know, the counterbalance locks are one thing. Why didn't you attack? Sure. I know you've got that bolt in your hand. Yep. Alright, so we've lost this one. Or at least we should have. Stop during my upkeep. We're going to take that one away from the dredge game. And boom. Let's see what we got. Not enough to do anything. So yeah. Um, Black green, destroy target non-land permanent. Convert a mana cost 3 or less. So it's a permanent smother for non-lands. Like, my only problem with the card is there's no regen clause, which has been pretty typical of things. Um, I still am bringing these in. These are also a thought, but not as much of one as it used to be. He did not see the Stoneforge Mystic stuff. Not really too worried about the tops. Let's go ahead and pull those over as well, though. And you. I've been trying out different things with this boarding process. Yeah. Sure, why not? Alright. Don't need that. Let's start with that one since I can still produce colors. Um, if you haven't seen the card, it's really, really good. I mean, there's arguments towards a lot of different things. I'm going to wait till my turn to do that, even though it means that I can't, whatchamacallit, allows you to kill a lot of different things, blah, 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 blah. Ian's losing his train of thought again. I don't know what it is. I back in school was doing a math problem and helping out one of the kids understand a couple different things about some of the different things that they were missing, and like everything just went away at that point. And I don't know what happened, but yeah. Got the submerge? Nope. I'll use the ability. Um so this has to get bolted. That'll make him a 3/4, possibly a 4/5, 3/4. We do have the answer to that card. That one more annoying, but he's got a tiny graveyard, so if my if I had a little bit more, I would actually play this. But for right now, since I don't have that little bit more, we're just gonna do this. Like if you did have an answer for it, it was a daze. Um, two goose, two geese, two ghosts. And now there's this one. And I can at least get this above 3, which is where it is right now. So first hit we take. Next turn we'll go ahead and play this out and go from there. We may end up trying to play this as well. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. Oh, that's cuter. Wow. Good job. Um, yeah. Good job. So next turn we get Stoneforge into Jit, but we're going to do Stoneforge plus Pride Mage. Thought Scouring himself, probably. That's where I'm thinking. Live from the Loam. Okay. So next turn he dredges, he gets 3/3s. What did he get back? Scalding Tarn. Huh. I mean, it's a thought. I think it's going to have to be a thought for another day, though. I'll let him dredge his guy and do what he's going to do there. And instead, I'll put down a little bit of power on my side. I mean, Ancient Grudge is a card. It's a real card. Um, Not a card that I'm exactly thrilled about. Okay, so he didn't draw Dredge. So in his hand he has Scalding Tarn X, and we have tons of stuff. If he ever taps out, we're going to go ahead and get him. I really wish that I could have landed this in play and only been dealing with one of these. Then it's like, okay, which one do you want to kill? But horseshoes and hand grenades. Yee. I could allow him to waste one of his own lands, but I don't think that's something I need to worry about. Well, not in that sense. All these guys at Scalding Turn. I'm going to go ahead and drop this into play. And I'm going to go fetch the bird. Or no, I'm going to go ahead and play the stupid thing. Yes, I'd like to use this ability right there. Before he gets a stifle or something. I could fetch the bird. What does that give me? That gives me 5 mana next turn. Or I can just do this. So, as it sits right now, I could equip the germ with the Jit, swing, have 2 counters on the Jit. You hit the submerge. You'd hit Wasteland, Brainstorm, and then submerge? Yeah, you were a ways away. I'm not worried about your mana right now. And if you go for mine, I'm going to choke you. It may not be the prettiest thing in the world, but it'll get the job done. Alright, so he tapped his green mana. We're just never going to do... Oops, wrong one. We're never going to waste you, dude. And I'm just going to keep on beating in with this thing. Because if I kill it... If I kill his side, then he's in real trouble. Alright. So he's got a random new card in hand. You got some stuff that you can do. You don't want to be doing that one. But it will at least let you put some lands back. So he gets to put back 2 lands, possibly keep one. He'll probably see another one, so he'll probably put 2 of them back that he doesn't want. Play a fetch land and go from there. We haven't wasted him at all, so 2 more of those, 1 more or 3 more of these, and 4 of those is typically what it is. He's got a Delver. Yay. When I equip that Jit next turn, don't say anything. One of the best things about this card is the fact that it actually has Exalted. Like flanking, I'd love flanking too, don't get me wrong. I think I'd actually prefer flanking. Flanking would work if like he blocked with the Delver and the Goose and the other stuff. Like it's just a big kick in the jaw, in the nuts. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this go as it is. And that's because I want to be able to keep this up. Next turn I'll move this over I'm lying. I'm just gonna swing with the two of them. Um, we should be pretty much good at golden at this point. He'll have two more of each of these. Maybe a Bayou. Highly doubtful. Um, being wastelanded isn't exactly threatening, as awkward as that is to be said. He can submerge us is one thing to realize. So, but yeah. So he's killing the batter skull. This is where he wants to block. Yep, don't care and do that one. Alright, so there's two counters on that now. And now I will go get the bird. Yeah. I understand he could easily submerge this token, but I mean, we're at 11 life now. We should be fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. But the argument for these is that you waste their tropical island or their volcanic and then you surgical extract it and they're done. That color is gone. So if you hit the green, they have four creatures. Sometimes some of them are playing Lavamancer. They used to all the time. Delver took that slot. If you're wondering where the Rug Delver deck came from, the literal real name of the deck is Canadian Thresh. Swap the Lavamancers for Delvers up the count to 4. Cut down on the Mongoose. That's all it was. Canadian Temple Thresh. Abbreviated CTT. If you check back in like any forum that you visit regularly and you go back long enough, people just used to put it in CTT and everybody knew what they were talking about. And they were talking about Rug Delver. So there you go. Origins and more proof that names don't matter because people aren't willing to remember them. Um, and that's all it is. We did submit. Yes, we did. So he's bringing in ancient grudges and whatnot now that he's finally seen artifacts. And we do only have the two, so one ancient grudge gets both of them, and that's it. Um, all that being said, we only have two. So once he's used one, he's pretty much blanked the rest of them. The unfortunate thing, and he's got to use brainstorms to filter them out, but the unfortunate thing is that he can filter them out. Um, that is what everybody is so hoopla about brainstorm is it allows you to get rid of cards that you don't need. And it's also why a lot of people are said that they misuse brainstorm because they try and get it well or they try and use it well before they need to. Like there are a couple things that I have a problem with. First turn, end of turn, brainstorm. Why? What did you just do? What important task did you just accomplish? Like were you that potentially mana screwed that you couldn't wait to the next turn? Was your turn 2 play that great that you needed the land right then and there? Like unless your opponent's like Belcher and going off and you're searching for Force of Will, you should never be playing it on turn 1. Play your Ponders, play your Preordains, play your Noble Hierarchs, play your Stifles, daze other people for all I care. Then you can float it and play it. That's an acceptable way. Uh, but yeah, don't play turn 1. Um, Another exception to that rule is if you're a combo deck and they play Thoughtseize, and you have to have something that's in your hand, then it's okay. But I mean, if you think about it, like, and I ranted about this the last time. We have a goldfish here. It doesn't look like our opponent sideboarded, by the way. They just let the time go. Ooh, I'm not gonna mulligan this. This is a iffy hand though, and it's simply because like mm, we have the power to take damage. I don't think he's playing the Stifle version. I should say that now. Um, That being said, I could be proven wrong. Nope, Bolt. Yep. Yeah. Don't hide things from your opponent with Brainstorm. And I ranted on that a little bit the last time. And the reason I ranted on that is because a lot of people tend to do it, and I think it's entirely wrong. And the reason I think it's entirely wrong is because Scrubland, Thalia, it's not the one. That one. The reason I think it's entirely wrong is because your opponent's then getting you to discard 2 cards. They're getting you to discard the Brainstorm, which you were in love with, by the way. Just think of it that way. You were in love with that Brainstorm. You did not want it to go anywhere. That was your baby. And they're getting whatever card you thought you hid that was really, really, really good. Like, you get those ones, but you're losing your third best. So wherever Brainstorm ranked in your hand, and then after you used it, of those +3 cards, whatever was the best card in your hand, you're losing it. Goose. Alright, so I'm going to hold my Goif back and just go this route. Running short on white sources here. Okay, so we're still not blocking this. Thought Scour is a real card. He should have that Lightning Bolt in hand, so. And with the Lightning Bolt, that would allow him to fetch, bolt me, and kill Thalia. I want one more in order to pay for days. There we go. Is he just going to bolt her? I know you have it. It's not going to matter. Like, you can bolt one or the other. Sure. Alright, so now we can do this one. Not the force of will. Okay. I'd love to choke him again, but this is the goal for next turn. That's a Goif. Nope, that's a loam. So he got back his Wasteland. Eee. That's pretty good. Wasteland, Misty Rainforest, and Scalding Tarn. Alright, so let's see if he's got a daze. He's got a daze. Or a force. Alright, what did you exile? Delver. Okay. So you have the 2 lands. Next turn I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Jit. What do you got going on over there? What are you thinking about? He can only blow out 1 graveyard with those crypts, so Goif would lose enchantment if he goes for mine. And fair enough. Fair enough. Still 1 card that I don't know about. Double Goif. Okay, that's awkward. I'm gonna drop Bob. If he does attack, I will kill 1 of his Goif. God, I'd love to get this down there. Alright, so we're back to that card that I don't know about. So that's 8. That's 5. I'd much rather you attack like that. I don't want you to attack like that. Don't do that. Stop. Please. Don't. Hmm. That loam really hurt. We'd have been able to play the knight this turn. So this is his question. Alright, sweet. I mean, if he's got the bolt, he had the bolt anyway, and it didn't matter. So... And he left me with it. Huh. He left me with it. So let's think about this for a second. He's got one card in hand that I don't know. And this turns into Scavenging Ooze. Or Bird of Paradise. But which one? I think it turns into Birds of Paradise. Like, Scavenging Ooze is nice. It lets me shrink his yard. That'll shrink this, shrink this. Bird of Paradise lets me hook up Jit, equip, swing. Did you find a fire for it? A burn spell of some kind? I'd prefer it if you didn't, and your loam is still in your yard. Cool. Okay, so yeah, you found burn for them. Looks like we have to go that route. And let's see. So we Jit equip. Next turn we can swing, and if he doesn't block, we can what do we need here? We need him not to burn us. So put us up to 6. Is there an artifact in the yard? No. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and Pulse Ligoif. Not exactly where I wanted to be, but I mean, it leaves us at 6 life, which is out of burn range. It gives us a little bit of time to try and find something to kind of deal with stuff, and it also gives us answers to any Delver or Lavamancer that he may play. Also, any single land will give us Batterskull, which would be great. Any white land will give us... That is not what we want. Will give us Knight of the Reliquary. And any Liliana of the Veil will give us Liliana of the Veil. So let's see. Alright. So, of things that I'm going to be getting rid of if I have to, this will be the first one to go. guess what? I can kill that. So he's got dazes in hand. Let's find out. If he has a daze, he just hard casts it. Oh, he did not have a daze. So, answer, no answer. Answer, no answer. I'm still good to a lightning bolt. Not good to 2. Gain 2 life. Do you have a second? Redirect to Liliana? Because that would be awesome. Redirected to Liliana. Alright, so we win. Yeah, we don't have to worry about any of this anymore. He could keep recurring back stuff and whatnot, but yeah, we get to plant this. We get to plant the Bob. We'll survive the Bob. There's nothing that he can do at that point, and that is down to the wire. What would we have hit? Pretty much a bunch of nothing. Wow, we were drawing dead. Let's see, we'd have hit nothing and then white source. So I guess not a bunch of nothing. Um, we would have survived. Yeah, last card that I went over, Abrupt Decay, put me into a trance and whatnot. Couldn't talk. Yeah, we both were pretty dead there, guy. So yeah, I think that card's worth it. The other two, I don't. I think they're overly hyped. I think people are looking at them a little bit too hard. And that's just that. There's also the new bird. That's Curse Catcher is a bird. So Curse Catcher with evasion. There's no bird tribal deck though, so I don't know how well that's going to be. And Curse Catcher has never really found a home outside of Merfolk, so yeah, just things to think about. All right, I'm going to head out of here, and you all have a good one. I will try and upload these later on today, and yeah, comment, like, subscribe as you guys feel fit. All right, bye bye.